Hello and welcome to the vlog. We travelled to Berlin in June 2025. We were only there for 2 nights and we got in quite late on Friday, so we only had one full day in Berlin before we travelled to the north of Germany on Sunday. We were travelling by train, so we decided to stay at the airport hotel in Berlin, which was really nice and had a great breakfast. The hotel we stayed in, by the way, is called the Steinberger, and we've stayed in these before, once in Dresden, and they're really, really good hotels. Our first stop on Saturday was the area around the East Side Gallery. I've been to Berlin loads of times back in my 20s and early 30s, so it was really fun to have a look around the area and see what's changed. We then walked along the East Side Gallery, which is the longest stretch of the surviving Berlin Wall. It consists of 105 different paintings by artists from all over the world and was commenced shortly after the fall of the Berlin Wall. After we checked out the wall, we walked to Museum Island, where Berlin Cathedral is. Berlin is pretty big. I'd actually forgot sort of how big it was, so the walk did take us ages. We did stop for lunch along the way, but as usual I forgot to film it, which is a habit of mine, and I really must try to remember, even when I'm really hungry, to film where we are and what we're eating. Berlin Cathedral is Protestant. It costs €10 to enter, and that included a trip up to the tower, which has great views of the city. I'd really recommend visiting the cathedral. It's amazing inside, as you can see from the video, but the views from the tower are really spectacular. We sidetracked to check out the Catholic Cathedral, which is in complete contrast to the other one. It's really worth popping in though, to have a look around, and this one's actually free. This is called Drive, the VW Forum. It's free to enter and has some really interesting stuff in it, but there were quite a few signs saying no filming, so I couldn't get too much footage. We carried on our mammoth hike around Berlin down to the Brandenburg Gate, which has been the site of lots of famous historical moments, all of which I'm sure you can check out on the internet. Another free thing to do in the city, although you do need to book in advance, is to visit the Reichstag, which is the home of the German Parliament. The main attraction here is the dome, which, like the cathedral, gives amazing views of the city. As I say, it's free to enter, but you do have to go online, book before you go, and you do have kind of an airport-style system security, and you do have to have ID on you as well. So take your driving licence or passport with you. This is the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe, and it covers a vast area just down the road from the Brandenburg Gate. It's a really interesting and solemn place to go to. The idea behind the design is to invoke an uneasy and confusing atmosphere, and it really does do that, but it's really worth visiting. And that was our one day in Berlin. We really look forward to coming back and doing it all again when we've got a bit more time, maybe for a weekend or 3 days. There's obviously so much to do in the city. We didn't really even get to any art galleries or museums in particular. So yeah, we can't wait to go back. Thanks for watching and see you next time.